Hello, welcome everyone. I am trying something a little bit different today. I don't normally record videos like this for YouTube or any of the other socials, but I'm trying it today. So forgive me if it's not perfect, if the sound is a little terrible, or if it's a little too ASMR. I'm using my Yeti, which I do love, and it does pick up sound really well, but normally I record with my phone because it's like simpler, easier, has my editing app that I like. So anywho, we're gonna try it this way. So welcome. What we're gonna do today is make a list of churches that we know of that has had allegations of abuse. And I will use allegation or maybe complaint and different words because for, I don't know, the suing people of it all, a lot of people are very sensitive to that, and I don't need any kind of complaints about that. So we try to word things carefully, and even though we do believe the victims that come forward with abuse, I do just have to be careful how I word things. So it's going to be like allegedly and things until someone is, prosecuted through the law, through the court system, and has been convicted of something. We kind of have to say it's alleged and, supposedly, things like that. I mean, I'm no lawyer, I'm no professional. I'm just letting you know if I am a little bit careful with how I word things. It's not because I don't believe victims that do come forward and make an allegation against someone. It's just for legal reasons. We're trying to be a little bit careful. And then I do not want to mention the people's names of who said there was something that happened in the church. All I want to do right now is just kind of compile a list of churches, because I have had that question where it's like, is there a database, and is there like a master list of all the churches where abuse has occurred, allegedly? And I mean, I personally don't have anything like that. Like our blind eye group doesn't have like a big database full of all the churches, like a searchable document or anything, but I just want to get something started, get the ball rolling. And I know I talked to somebody else who had been sort of in this, I guess, world of IFB churches and abuse, and they knew of somebody that had a list, but I could not find it for the life of me. I couldn't find the message that I got it from, and I just could not remember like what it was called or what it was under. So anyways, if somebody knows what I'm talking about, there was like a list of, or it might have been a website where people would put in, like once they knew there was a church with abuse in it, or known pedophiles in there, they could write it out on this list and like name the church. So anyways, I don't know where that's at. So if somebody knows, please remind me, resend the message. That would be super helpful. Otherwise, we're going to kind of start our own little list, and then at least we'll have something to look back on. I don't know if I'm going to make it like a big public list that everyone can like link to, but at least when someone, makes an allegation, I can at least plug it in here for now and get that started. So first on the list, of course, the one and only Gaylord, Michigan, Grace Baptist Church. And it is an independent fundamental Baptist church. So that is our home church. And flashbacks. I was like, what is your home church? Because you'd always visit churches, but like you had a home church, the staple of your life. But yeah. So, and a lot of the girls that were, and boys, that started the whole blind eye movement also went to that church. And that's kind of how it all started. If you're new here, we from Grace Baptist Church as adults kind of reconnected over our abuse cases. And it started with Ruthie, and then she connected with me, and then a bunch of other people all got involved, and we started sharing our stories and realized, like, holy crap, we are not alone in this, and there are way more victims in like similar situations than we ever thought, because we all thought we were like alone for the most part. Some of us kind of knew hints and little tidbits of each other's stories, but didn't really like understand the magnitude of it all. So anywho, that's why I'm putting Gaylord, Michigan's Grace Baptist Church first on the list. Next is Hiles Baptist, Chesterfield, Virginia. So I'm basically gonna just copy and paste the names here. And I don't have a pause button, and I'm really sad about that, so I may have to make some cuts. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping to just like a long one video without making like a bunch of edits, but anywho, for now. And then let's see, we have Faith Baptist Church of Waverly, Virginia. Next. So for now, I'm just going to make the list, and then I'll kind of have to go back through and see how many times the same churches are mentioned. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that the post that I'm getting this list from, it's not personal private messages because we don't share that stuff unless we have permission. So right now I'm using what was posted in the Blind Eye group and more like publicly within our group, if that makes sense. And that's why I'm not going to mention the names, and it's not to take away from them. I just don't know if they want to be mentioned in a video. So claim your fame. If you're one of these people that mention the churches, you can put it in the comments and say like, yes, that's my church, and yes, I was one of the victims. Feel free to add so that we can keep compiling, and like the more names we have, we could always add like maybe little check marks so we're discreet of like how many different people. Because yeah, I would like to do that. Definitely. Because I think it would just so not that one victim is not valuable, but add even more value, I guess, to the cause of, hey, like, look at how many people, because under Graces alone, there could be 20 people that have been SA'd. I don't know. Sorry. That's terrible. I don't know. I want to, because I want to, like, be careful with what I say, but who have been sexually abused. There could be many. So I think that's something else I'll try to do. I feel like this could be very time consuming. And I know, like, there's articles out there who also listed tons and tons of churches, like the Sarah Smith articles and everything. So I know that this is already kind of being done, and maybe it's overdone, but on our end, we don't have like a really good list. And sometimes with the articles, it sucks because like when you go to click the link, then you gotta like subscribe to it or pay for it to read it all, and like it's kind of sad because like, wait, we're in those, and like I have to pay to read about our own stories. So I mean, I don't know if that article alone is like that, but a lot of the other ones that I saw written are kind of like that, so that sucks. But anyways, I'm rabbit trailing like major. But for now, I'm making the list of the town and the church if it's listed here, and it was just a post that we put up. It was back in April of 2025. I feel like it was yesterday, but I just said, like, let's start a list here. Only share if you are comfortable and don't mind if we use it for reposting, which is, I kind of planned on doing this, but just time got away from me. In the future, for educational purposes, if you were abused by someone who attended or was employed by an independent fundamental Baptist church, name the location of the church, city, and state, along with the church's full name. Thank you to everyone who commented. We know it is not easy. We are sorry for your pain, but so happy you are here with us. You are not alone. So that's what the post said. It's, like I said, you could probably go and like scroll down to April 3rd of 2025 and find this if you wanted to add your own, so that like it's all in one spot. And that's kind of what I was doing, is like put it all in one spot. Everyone can comment, and that way like everyone's free to add to it, because it's so huge. Like it's worldwide at this point of all the abuse that goes on in IFB churches. So yeah, so now I'm just moving it over. So yeah. Okay, so I got this. Please hold 1 second. I want to look something up. Okay. Let's go back to the list. Okay, so we have Gaylord, Grace Baptist Church, Hiles Baptist, Chesterfield, Virginia, and Faith Baptist Church, Waverly, Virginia. All right, I might have to make like edits here and there so it's like more clear, because they don't always have like the punctuations that we need to be like clear on like what, because I think it's Hiles Baptist, Chesterfield, Virginia. I don't think it's Hiles Baptist, Chesterfield. You know what I mean? Like, okay, anyways, I'm just sounding like a blonde. Let me check this comment, make sure. It says, is this church named after Jack Hiles? Yeah, I was curious about that too. So Hiles Baptist, Chesterfield, Virginia, is apparently named after Jack Hiles from Hammond, Indiana. And I tell you what, we, as people from IFB, really worship that place with Hiles Anderson. Okay, so I have another one. Let's see, wait, I just gotta check this name. Bear with me. I'm not gonna say it out loud. Let me see. So there's one Chesterfield, and then I got Waverly, and okay, I feel like I got another one. Oh, I do have two. So, okay, so we have Faith Baptist Church by one person. I guess I'll just number it. Yeah, how do I want to do that? And then maybe paste without formatting. Faith Baptist Church again, Waverly, Virginia, and then I'll put number 2. I'll organize it later, but so far we have 2 from Faith Baptist Church, and like a bunch from Gaylord that I would have to like go back on our own lists and like mention. So that's like a whole nother time consuming thing to do. But I do want to get that accomplished sometime. To say like, okay, Grace Baptist Church, 20 victims, Hiles Baptist Church, 2 victims, or 10 victims, whoever, you know, however much. Just to kind of like really give you a good picture. Okay, so there is, I will put, we at least have, let's see, because we've got Ruthie, we've got Larissa, we've got Sarah, we've got Chelsea, we've got, oh my goodness, who am I missing? Oh, a bunch of other girls, and boys that I can't even mention. So I'll just not say the names. I'll put like 10 plus for Grace Baptist for now, just for like my own little notes. 10 plus, because I like, yeah. Okay. And then Hiles Anderson, can you imagine? Like, I can't even imagine how many people that's going to be. Like, it's going to be so many. Maybe we'll do separate posts. Like, if you were affected, abused in any way by this, you know, XYZ church, put it in the comments, or doing a head count. Like, so that's a thought. I might do that tomorrow. Not that I'm excited about that. It's like, it only excites me because, you know, we're passionate and we want people to know. And I'm sorry if I'm moving the camera. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see. So there was 2 from there, and that was Grace. And let me read this comment real quick. Parker Memorial Baptist Church in Lansing, Michigan. I live very close to there. Okay, paste without formatting. Okay. And, whoa, there's 9 replies to that one. Okay, so Lansing, Michigan. Sorry if this gets boring. I'm going to try to, I'll probably just like cut out a lot of where I'm reading. But, okay, so 1 victim. Tim Green was a principal and Don Green was his father. Do you know them? Yes. Okay, so if anybody knows those people, let us know in the comments if you know Tim Green and Don Green from this Parker Memorial Baptist Church in Lansing. I'm not accusing them of anything, but if you know of them, if they're like good, bad, do you have a story? Let us know. Okay. Sorry, this group is talking about that church, so I'm trying to see like, okay, do they say anything? True sociopath, straight up PDF file. PDF file, I think is what they're abbreviating it now to. So much abuse done in God's name. Okay, that's terrible. So, yeah. Definitely. I'll just put a little note in to look at Parker Memorial B Church. Okay, next. Okay, that's just talking. Another one of our girls from Grace. That's Ruthie. She doesn't mind, I'm sure, being mentioned because she's already out and about. Open Door Baptist Church, Kent, Washington. Okay, anybody else have an abuser from Open Door Baptist Church in Kent? Let's see. Okay, Hammond Baptist in Hammond, Indiana. That's the famous one. I bet that's going to be, oops, I didn't mean to check mark that. That is going to be all over the place. Okay, so Hammond Baptist in Hammond, Indiana. I feel like that's like the core soul-sucking, like black hole of beginnings for all of our churches. Like that's the people that we looked up to. That's where we got all of our training. That's where so many people went to college, and what we like almost want to like copycat our churches like that one. So it's like the mothership of bad, you know? It's like, ugh. Okay, next is, oh, did I miss one? Yes, I did. Okay. He got 45 to life. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to name abusers. They're talking about Jack Scott, which he's already been convicted of something. With the R word. Okay, Crooked Creek. That's actually a church's name. It's funny. A lot of them are crooked. They could all have that name. Crooked Baptists. All right, Crooked Creek Baptist Church, Athens, Georgia. All right. Ooh. And let's see, the next one is Crystal River Baptist Church, Carbondale. Let's move that over. Oh, she has 2 churches. He or she. Go next. As well as Landmark Baptist, Grand Junction. Okay. This is, so obviously you do not have to watch this whole video. I was just very curious about this and really wanted to know from, like, I just haven't been able to take the time to, like, focus on all these and, like, write them all down and make this list. So I figured you just do it with me. And maybe it's boring, maybe it's not interesting at all, but yeah, feel free to skip it, because this is basically what I'm going to be doing, is commenting on it and writing down what we've got as all these terrible abuse places. Okay, so this person has the Crystal River Baptist Church it's Colorado, and then Landmark Baptist Church in Grand Junction, Colorado. So both the same state, but the same victim, which is sad. Okay, so I remember going to these activities. Colorado Spring. Okay, I don't know if she's mentioning the church because okay, so I'm going to put down Cornerstone, now Grace Baptist Church in Colorado Springs, Colorado, as a possibility. I'll just put like question mark, because I don't know if she's saying that she was abused there, or she's just saying like, hey, I used to go to your church, because it sounds like the comment below the Crystal River one and stuff is like, hey, I used to join activities there. So I don't know. This one's like a maybe. She might just be naming the church like, hey, this is where I was from and I saw your church, or I like visited or whatever. Maybe. Every time I want to shorten like victims, I always think of SVU. Like the Vic, blah, 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 for victim. I don't know if that's disrespectful. You guys tell me. Is it disrespectful to shorten Vic? Like victims to Vic? Okay, let's see. Unfortunately, yes. Next church, Cornertown, aka Grace, and Landmark were my churches. That is another person saying that those were her churches. His or hers, I don't know. So I'm just gonna put these again as possibles. It's tricky to know with these kind of like comments, honestly. I'll just say possibilities of fix. Okay, we're gonna abbreviate it while I'm typing just for the sake of time, and you probably don't want to hear me typing too much, or maybe it's relaxing, I don't know. I really hope everything works, because I will be so sad if this video is not working, or like the sound isn't working or something. I did a little test run. Okay. I just don't do this setup a whole lot, so I'm nervous I'll like do this for an hour and then be like, oh, it didn't work. I'm gonna redo it all. Okay, so Cannon Baptist Church, Anderson, South Carolina. Music pastor there, don't want to say his name. Perfect. I'm gonna leave that note in there just for funsies. I hope no one minds me doing this. That wrote in here, but like I said, I'm not going to mention their names because I want them to be able to like tell their story the way they want to, and I don't want to tell it for them. Okay, started college. Okay, I have to quickly read to see what church they mention. Okay, Cornerstone Baptist Church, Oakdale. And I'm so worried I'm not going to know the abbreviations. Like, oh, it's been a while since I did this. Thankfully, Google is right here in case I mess it up. So Connecticut, I was like, yes, Connecticut. I'm actually going to put that in there because I might forget later. Embarrassing. I need to remember my abbreviations for the states. Okay, please don't judge me. I'm just a human. Okay, and next. So that was Cornerstone Baptist Church, Oakdale, Connecticut. And this person says El Vista Baptist Church. And they have some details. A name and, story. Maybe I will put this in the list, but, like, keep it to myself. Well, I mean, obviously, they already posted it publicly, so it's like, I know it's not like a huge deal, but I want to remember the important stuff, like especially later if I want to edit the list. If they already name a perp, it would be very helpful to know who the perp is, and therefore help spread that awareness and keep people as safe as possible. Okay, so period. And then let's just highlight this if I can. Oh, nope. Nope. We'll just make it a little bit different font so we can remember that. Okay. So El Vista. And let's see the replies. Make sure that nobody said like, yeah, me too. Okay, next. So this person's saying that their abuse was not schmexual, but yeah, I think this is more physical, so maybe I'll just put a note in there that it's like, okay, it's physical stuff. It is Lake Crest Baptist, Waterford. So we will just scooch. Let me get my check boxes back and unitalicize that. Okay. Paste without formatting. We'll just kind of put a little note there and say it was physical because we don't want to like misspeak about the different abuses. Like obviously we can like blanket that, you know, abuse is happening in XYZ Baptist Church, and obviously none of it is good. But for the sake of like clarity and making sure we're all, you know, clear on what happened, we don't want to accuse people of like the wrong thing, because there is like a lot of differences, you know, between like pedo stuff and like parents, I don't know, abusing their kids or using like corporal punishment and like that. Like I feel like there's different levels of abuse for sure. That's why there's different sentences and different rules for it. So, okay, so I went to Lake Crest Baptist School from blah blah. I was also blah da da. Okay, so okay, this is so hard, you guys. Like, this is harder than I thought it was going to be, because there's, especially when there's detail, it's like, oof, I kind of want to put that detail in the notes because that seems important. But you also, I want to be careful and keep this like clean and simple so that I don't mess up anything. You know what I mean? This like, it's tricky because I kind of want to like add like, oh, ooh, you know, like, oh, this is a story, but it's like, it's, I don't know. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna add this, but like, I'm just not gonna share this list until I take out just the generic stuff. And like, obviously I could read it without like reading the really intimate stuff. Oop, okay. Just because like I don't have their permission to like say names or what happened to them. Okay, skipping down, trying to find another name of a church. This is like, so those two people commented about the physical abuse in churches, and then a bunch of people commented after. So I'm just looking to make sure I don't miss any. Oh no, there's 15 replies to this next one. Okay, so I was not abused, but knew of abuse that was covered up at Wood Creek Baptist and Academy in Fridley, Minnesota. So that wasn't the abused person. They just witnessed it being covered up, which, I mean, that counts. So, Woodcrest Baptist Church and Academy in Fridley, Minnesota, I believe. Minnesota. Okay. Got that down. And this one is the one that has 15 replies, so I wonder how many people I went to school. Many connections. Into Woodcrest. So they were in 98 due to our own family experiences in the last years. I don't want to say too many details. Didn't know any. Okay, so she didn't know of any abuse, or he. I'm not really like looking at what gender it is. I'm just kind of skipping over the name. We must know each other. Okay, they're talking black and black. Talking back and forth. They're just naming like their years they went to that school. Trying to look for any other churches' names. Okay, Victory Baptist. And, oh, they gave like the legit address kind of sound. Victory Baptist Church, 5280 US 131 South Boardman, Michigan, 49680. That was understanding the assignment right there. Because most of these people, or I don't want to say like most of these people, most of the people who commented did not like put like the actual address or anything, so that's kind of awesome. So my something was essay there as a teen. Okay. So that's at least one victim. Oh, the next person is like, sad thing is they still cover it up. Ooh. Yikes. Okay, so there's probably multiple victims from Victory Baptist Church in South Boardman, Michigan. Next church, Faith Baptist Church, Faith Christian Academy, Sellersville, Pennsylvania. Okay, I should have put like little check boxes, but I should have put numbers for counting purposes because we are already up to like a bunch of boxes here, dude. Like, wow, it's so sad. Okay, so Faith Baptist Church. Next is River Lake Baptist Church, Waverly, Tennessee. Waverly must be a popular name. Used to live off Waverly. There's a road in Michigan. Okay, so River Lake Baptist Church, Waverly, Tennessee. Yuck. About pastors. Mount Salem Revival Grounds, West Virginia. Or no, sorry. Oh, it is West Virginia. It was said West Union, and I jumped to West Virginia. Sorry. My perpetrator was from West Virginia. And I did go to a church down there. It's just like, it's just, eeh. Oh, why is that putting two boxes? What are you doing? That's one thing. How many times has it done that? I hope it's not separating them all. Like turning the address like into two boxes. Like, that's not what I want. Okay, so Mount Salem Revival Grounds, West Union, West Virginia. There is 9 comments. So, okay, so they did not. There could be multiple. I think I need to dive into that later, like really deep dive, read all of their comments to make sure if there's any like crossovers of like this victim's like, yes, me too, from the same church, because it can, yeah. But for now, we're just getting the names at least. So we're just shouting out all the names of churches who have been allegedly having pedophiles there, or abusers, or what have you. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the note because it says that Mount Salem Revival Grounds, West Virginia, there's a lot more victims than people think, which is sad. I will make that just like a note underneath. Little notations. Okay. 2. I'll put at least 2 because 2 people are talking about that, I believe. Yes, wait. Yeah, there's 2 different names talking about that, so. Okay. This makes me angry. Sellersville, Pennsylvania, Faith Christian Academy, Faith Baptist Church. I feel like we just saw that. Sellersville, yep, and it's also called, okay. Shoot, it is doing that stupid box thing. Okay, so I will put this in the same category, or like, same line, and just say second person. Okay, and let's see. Ooh, they've got names. This will go in the notes. Because why not? Okay, so that was Rivers. I don't know why I keep saying Rivers. Sellersville, Pennsylvania, had the 2 different people comment about this. And now let's see if there's more. Alright. Walker Springs Road Independent Fundamental Baptist Church, Jackson, Alabama. So this is another new name. Oh, well, where did it go? Okay. And here we go. There are quite a few old BJU affiliated churches in Greenville, South Carolina that have had problems. I personally know several that had issues at two of the larger ones. What does that mean, issues? Like abuse issues? What are we talking about? It's kind of hard, like I want to name all the churches that have allegations, but I also do you know, or is it like just speculation? Do you know of something happening kind of thing? Because like it does make a huge difference if you're like, well, I heard something about this or that, but like, do you know firsthand of like yourself or someone else that has been abused? Okay, so was it, I grew up, sorry, they're like asking back and forth. It wasn't that. Okay, so I'm not going to mention that church because she's just asking. Okay, here's another First Baptist Church of Hammond, Christian School, Hammond, Indiana, abused by, I won't mention a name, but a high school principal. Yuck. I hate that. I hate that people abuse their power. It freaks me out. Like, literally. Okay, so that is another, I think that's the second person to do Hammond. Could be wrong. But this is going to be time consuming, dude. I will have to like go back and like figure all this out later because it can be, this is a big project. There's so many names already of churches. Okay, so exposing abuse in independent Baptist churches and beyond. This is like a person, but like it's a profile that's named that, exposing abuse in independent Baptist churches and beyond. It's a very long title. So I don't know. I think it's just encouraging. I don't think it says a church. So we'll just skip that one. Grace Baptist Church in Gaylord has 4 comments here. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know if she's saying that she also had Grace Baptist Church, or if she's just saying Gaylord has the 4 comments, like 4 times, you know? So I will just put this with a question mark, like if they're also a victim, because like it's hard to tell. Comment down below if we mentioned your church and you didn't make one of these comments, because it can really like help you connect with people that know what you went through, especially like you may have the same perpetrator and maybe they got to tell their story to the police and maybe you didn't. It can maybe help you like get closure if you guys can connect and you can talk about it. It really helped us when we all could connect and, you know, exchange stories, even though like it sounds terrible. Like it's not fun. It's not a fun story. It's like really traumatizing, but it also is super therapeutic, especially when you find someone with either the same perp or the same church, because you like, you know that each other knows like how you felt and the way they taught and the way they preached and the way they scared you, and you can, you know, connect with those same people. So I definitely encourage you, like, I don't, like, obviously it depends on your comfort level. Like if you see a comment and you know, talk to that person, maybe personally message them. And obviously if they're not comfortable, then just like step back, give them space. But like, you know, if you see them commenting publicly and they're like naming your church, you could be like, hey, me too. And strike up a friendship or whatever. And you might feel like you find your people and you find like this common, I don't know, this, I don't know how to say this. You just find like a camaraderie in a way of like, you feel connected and you just feel like safe with those people because they know what you went through and they would know how hard it is. And yeah, it's like a terrible club that you never wanted to join, but like we're here, you know? So where was I? Okay. Okay, so this person is saying that they're not the abused victim, but she saw like cover-ups. And this is so tricky too, because like if they're not the one, it's like we're getting secondhand knowledge, like hearsay, basically. So I'm going to put the info in here, just like to keep that in mind and see if we, find the like actual victims that may have had this happen. Because, it's important because like a lot of people get traumatized just having to witness things but like not really know for sure. Like you see things like our friend Chelsea, she's in our group and she was one that like observed a lot of stuff. Like she had her own, stories, of course, and her own problems that she went through and her own trauma, but also she was just one of our friends that witnessed a lot of weird stuff going on and thought like there's something wrong and tried to stand up for us even if we didn't know about it at the time. And I know that that's like a whole nother type of trauma, like seeing things happen to your friends and family and you can't do anything about it and you're just a kid and it's like it's awful, and seeing all the grown-ups mess everything up. Okay, so this next one is Tower Baptist and Beacon Baptist, Lorain, Ohio. Lighthouse Baptist, Sandusky, Ohio. Wow, that's 3 different churches. Yikes! What? I hope she's not saying, or he. We're just gonna keep that private, but I hope he or she is not saying that they were abused in all 3 churches. Like, holy crap. Unless Tower Baptist and Beacon Baptist are, like, together. I don't know. There was one comment underneath. But they didn't say, like, me too. Okay, so this one is Pastor Alaska. Oh. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know if she's saying he's the perp, but Pastor Lasco, Middletown, Pastor Church, Middletown, something. What? Okay, but the wording is a little funny on that one, so give me a second. Make sure I get this written down and check. Oh. What is happening? Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Whoops. Okay. Bangs are just hit or miss if they're a good idea. Okay, so we're just going to edit this so it makes more sense. So Middletown Baptist Church, Middletown, Delaware. We just got to put some commas in because like it's hard to read when it's all like all the names are just squished together with no commas. I'm like, wait, what? So, because I thought like Pastor Lasco was the church name because a lot of people are putting the name of the church first and then their town or whatever. So anyway, sorry about that. Okay. Abused by blah blah in Baptist church. How do you know if it's independent? Oh shoot, I wish I would have just named the church just in case. Oh, so anyway, it doesn't matter if IFB. Shoot, I don't know if this person got to post it or not. She didn't name the name. She said a Baptist church, so she just wasn't sure if it was an independent church or not. Independent Fundamental Baptist Church, so that's kind of sad. So now I'm like, ooh, we'll just put that in the note that we're missing a church. So because I feel like that matters, and maybe she will pop up another time. And then maybe get to name that pastor. Or name the church that she was in. So, put that little parenthesis things. Okay, next. Alright, we have Clark Venable Baptist Church, Decatur, Mississippi. Ugh. Looks like the perp is freely living and not in trouble. So I will also, since she did name somebody, I'm putting that in the notes. Because, like, the more people, like, if we could just say their names out loud, it would be cool. Obviously, like I said in the beginning, we always have to be careful about getting sued because everyone is, like, sue happy about defamation and all that. So we always have to be careful. But we can look up these people and see, like, okay, did they get a conviction? Did they go to court at all? Were they ever arrested? And that is helpful, and especially so that we can warn the churches. Like, if they're still going to the church and they've been arrested for pedo stuff, then maybe we can warn them. Okay, so Clark Venable. Let's see if this next person... Okay. Sorry, some of the comments, like, I want to make sure they're not saying, yeah, that's my church too, because I don't want to miss another name. By the way, there was like 200 comments, so this could be long. But I figured it'd be fun to do it with somebody, because it's like long, you know. I don't like doing it alone. Okay. Louisville, Kentucky, landmark Independent Baptist Church. Independent Fundamental Baptist Church. It's such a long name. Okay. Can you share when? Sorry, when there's so many replies, it's hard. I want to like just skip the replies, but it could have another church in there. So this person's asking a question. If that's a school, and then oh, she's asking because like they may have like people that they're sending their kids there. So okay, I don't know if any of that would be helpful to write down. I mean, I can always go back, but let's go down to the next one. Berean Baptist Church, Adrian, Michigan. My aunt used to go to a Berean Baptist Church. I don't know if that's the same one. It would be so sad if it was. Oof, the abuser's still at that church. And this is why I'm very careful with names, because I do not want to get sued. And then, like, because if they lose a job because we said something publicly, then I feel like they could come after this. They could come after us if they deny that it happened and they didn't go through the court process and get their day in court. I think that's when we get in trouble. You know what I mean? Oh. Nope, not what I wanted. Okay, so Berean Baptist, and then Park Meadows Baptist Church in Lincoln, Illinois. 3 replies. So they named the abuser. We'll just put it in the little notes for Park Meadows, and I will not say it out loud, but for reference later, in case he's mentioned again. And this is the cool thing though. Like, let's say one victim, I might have kind of gone over this a little bit, but maybe one victim got their day in court, and the other victim that maybe, like, the case is too old. Maybe they don't even know, like, hey, good news, he is behind bars. Like, we're sorry you couldn't get your case tried, but this younger person could, because, you know, the new age of, like, come forward is, like, way more popular nowadays versus, like, 10, 20 years ago. It wasn't popular to come forward. And, you know, half the time kids weren't believed, or we were told to just, like, not tell, or not tell the cops or whatever. Like, my situation was a little different. Like, nobody knew until, like, after the fact, till I left the situation. So I didn't have that problem when I was a kid, but, like, other people had issues that, you know, I knew of. Or, like, that were friends that went to the church and stuff. Okay, so Westside Bible Baptist Church, Flint, Michigan. Okay. The alleged abuser is dead, which is, like, I know people, I think, feel very, like, conflicted on if that's, like, poof, they're dead, or really sad if they didn't get justice and they died. Like, a part of me would, I think, feel probably a little bitter. Like, if my abuser had died before I got justice, I think I'd have been a little bit bitter about that. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I think I would rather him have to plead guilty, you know, which mine did, and it was incredibly, like, freeing. The whole thing was very awkward though, and I feel like he did some stuff that, like, kind of messed with my head a little bit, because, like, while we were in court, we were in a Zoom, so I could, like, see his face and he could see mine, and it was just, well, I think he could see mine, I don't know. It was very awkward, and, like, he would be, like, shaking his head at what I would say, and I'm like, oh my god, like, did it not happen? Like, am I wrong? Does he think I'm lying? Do they think I'm lying? Like, it was just like, ugh. It, like, kind of messed me up, but yeah. Okay, I think, did I say Westside Bible Baptist Church, Flint, Michigan. Emmanuel Baptist Church, Box Elder, South Dakota. I think that's the abbreviation. I'll double check. South Dakota, yes. And Tri-City Baptist Church, then in Tampa, Arizona. They are now in Gilbert, Arizona. One of the missionaries supported by the church. Oh, one of the missionaries are probably the perpetrator. Okay, next. Whew, I don't even know how many churches this is, bro. Like, it's 49 minutes so far. And I mean, I know I'm talking in between, but that's a lot of time. Oh, this is sad. So Grace Baptist Church, Heritage Hall Christian School, Muncie, Indiana, or Muncie, or I don't know how to say that. I feel like Muncie or Muncie or something. You can help me pronounce it. I feel like Muncie, Indiana sounds familiar. Okay. That's sad. It was like a parent commenting. I would much rather be the victim than the parent of a victim. Like, I think mentally I could not handle that, and I do feel really bad for all the people that are parents and their kids had something happen to them. Okay, this one says Grace Baptist Church, Waverly, and then they have lowercase LA. So that was like, wait, what? Are they saying it's Waverly, Los Angeles? Is that a place? Let's check real quick, because the two letters are lowercase, so I'm like, I think that's the state. Waverly, LA. Oh. So, Louisiana, maybe? Okay. Oh. What are my caps on? Oh, I'm dumb. They're not saying like LA. Because, yeah. Because that's California. No. Okay, just ignore me. So Waverly, Louisiana is what they mean, I believe. Okay. Okay, next. Greater Grace Baptist Church in Arden, Washington. Now I'm scared to say the states. Okay, so that one's Greater Grace Baptist. Well, they screwed up on our first one, so maybe they were trying to make it better, but they obviously failed if they're on this list. So R blank attended our church in northern Michigan. He was not an employee, and the violent blank took place at a different church. So then what do we write down here? I guess I'll just put this on the list of, like, she doesn't really name a church. Just says Northern Michigan. So we know pedos are there for sure. I wonder if it was mine. I wonder if it was one of ours. Our Grace Baptist ones. We're just gonna put it notes. Okay. Next. Okay, I turned my fan downs on my PC. My fan's down on my PC because they're super annoying and I didn't want you to hear them in the background. But I just hear, like, it's so quiet in here that I just hear, like, this light is like, of, like, the fans are still going because obviously the computer's running, but it's annoying. Ooh. Okay, this person names. I think these are. I hope nothing ever happens to this list on Facebook. Not gonna lie. I should just, like, copy the entire page somehow or print it off or something just to keep it safe, because this is, like, a lot and there's so many. Sorry it took so long for me to, like, I know I, like, looked through all of them, but I didn't, like, actually get to write them down because there's so many here. Okay, so this one, I don't think I said it out loud because they mention the perp's name, which I can't say, but it's Bible Baptist Church in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. And the comments underneath, I don't understand why. Wait a minute. They're associated with Hammond, Indiana. Not shocking. Definitely gonna put this. Wait. Okay. I'll just put this in the comments. They're talking about Let Us Pray and how one guy's connected to Hammond, Indiana from this Bible Baptist church in the other state. So we'll just put that in the notes. This is a lot of work, guys. I may just have to make this like a part infinity. But this guy's talking like they were ministry friends, so that's kind of awkward. Like, why are you on this page? Are you friendly or like an enemy? I get a little nervous with like if pastors are on the page because I'm like, do you have good intentions? Like, you know, I only know for sure of like one or two pastors that like comment and stuff, but it makes me a little bit leery. I'm like, if you're here to learn something, by all means, learn from us. Learn what not to do on how to be a horrible pastor. But if they're just here to like, I don't know, just, I don't know, like it creeps me out. Like if they're like pedos at all and they're joining like a group of victims, I just feel like, ew, that's just like a I don't know, it just feels creepy. Like, I hope you're not here for nefarious reasons, and then jump in and be like, I'll counsel you for free, just message me, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, most of these people are already grown-ups, but like, we already know that pedophiles tend to seek out places where vulnerable people are and kids and stuff because it's easier. Like, it's an easier target. So I just get a little leery if they're like out loud pastors or like staff members because like it's scary. I know I can't judge until something happens, but like still. First Baptist Church, heavily. I think this is just a continuum of that conversation. Yes. Okay. I just really don't want to miss anybody. So Bible Baptist Church in Charlevoix, Michigan. Again, Michigan. There's a lot of Michigans. Which obviously, like, that's where, like, our group started, was Michigan. So, like, maybe it's just, like, algorithm. And Wilderness Cry Ministries. That just sounds scary. And that is Gaffney, South Carolina. This is so sad, you guys. Like, I know I'm like, this is taking a long time. I just mostly feel bad because you're gonna have to watch this video. And I mean, you don't have to watch it. By all means, skip it if it's like boring. But to me, this is very interesting. Just because of everything that's like going on. Everything. Okay, all right, so Wilderness Cry Ministries. It's just like that name's really sad because everyone was probably crying in the ministries and being abused. Emmanuel Baptist Church, Menominee, Wisconsin, and Northwest Bible Baptist Church, Elgin, Illinois. I'm probably messing up these names hardcore. Okay, so this is one big, two places. Just putting that in the notes so that I understand like why these are together. Which that's really sad. Like, it sucks enough to have like one abusive place, but to have like two, I mean, come on. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves it once. All right. I don't know how long we have to go, guys. Thanks for being here if you're still with me. First Baptist Church, Clinton, Illinois. The sheer amount of grooming and abuse. Sad. So I'm trying to keep the victims' names off this list, but I kind of wish I could keep it to like then cross-reference later, but maybe I'll just, I don't know how to, like, I want to do this appropriately and like not upset anybody. Okay, this one says not their abuse, but names a person, and Empire Baptist Temple, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, I believe that is. We're putting it on because we'll just say not the Vic commenting, but we'll just say stand by person. I don't know what to call it. Witness, maybe? Okay. Nelson Bethel Baptist Church, Tucson, Arizona. Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't say it. So, this is why commas are important. I thought that was the name of the church. Okay, so Bethel Baptist Church, Tucson, Arizona. Okay. This is not comfortable naming names. That's okay. Oh, shoot. They're not going to name any names. Not even the church. Darn. Okay, well, for the person that didn't get to mention their name, I am sorry for your abuse, and hopefully soon you will be able to come forward, and maybe your church is going to be already listed, and that can help you feel some sort of relief, like, okay, someone already mentioned it, and it doesn't have to be you. Another Gaylord, Michigan one. And this person was not necessarily in my mind's list. So, I don't know if I should just add that to the beginning. I'll just put a star by it, like, hey, it's already on the list. But here we go again, you know. Grace Baptist Church in Gaylord. Okay. So sad. Like, this is not a fun list to make. Just so you know. Straight from the pits of hell. That was one of the comments. Okay, so this person, I'm reading down the comments, making sure there's no more that said, yeah, me too, me too. Ooh, she's got clippings of newspapers. I think I remember this. I think I remember seeing this. Gaylord man facing charge winds up in Bay County Jail. So that's cool. Feel free to go look at this. So James Fletcher Maxwell, 32, was turned over to the Bay County Jail, where he remains incarcerated. Okay, that's cool. Good for her. Well, I mean, I hope that's like her getting justice for sure. And that was it Gaylord? Yeah. So I probably saw this story back in the day. This was back in 1990 to 1993. Back in the old days. Just kidding, obviously. Like, I'm older than that. Okay. Alright, so there's a bunch of comments under there. Some from one of our girls, and... oh, that stinks. One of the comments does not sound very uplifting, like maybe she didn't get the justice she needed. Okay, Calvary Baptist Church, Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Oh, shoot. I was not personally. However, boys were abused by the senior pastor several years after my family left. Oh, okay. So, okay. I guess that definitely counts. So this person that's commenting is like, hey, I'm not the Vic, but they heard about a bunch of stuff or saw stuff, and then he was convicted to 25 years to prison, and then ended up committing slide. They don't mention the abuser's name, though. It's kind of surprising. So I guess whatever the head pastor is of Calvary Baptist Church, Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Okay. I mean, slide is too good for pedophiles, in my opinion, but guess you can't win them all. But at least, like, he's not hurting anyone else. That's, like, the one positive thing. Like, if they pass away on purpose or not, at least they can't hurt anyone from the grave. Because, yeah, they wouldn't even deserve to be ghosts, in my opinion. Wait. There we go. Okay. Oops, did I mention this one? Okay, so the next one is Missionary Bible Baptist Church, Indianapolis, Indiana. Not sure if it's still open. Okay. Another First Baptist Church, Hammond, Indiana. I guess I'll star the ones that are already listed, because, like, I don't want to scroll all the way to the top for that one. I bet there's so many. Like, I bet there's, like, hundreds of Hammond, Indiana, like, victims, which is so sad. Like, I hate that that's, like, the mothership. Because if they were, like, expert abusers, then they just taught everybody else somehow. Like, I don't get it if it was in their, like, pastor training to abuse people, but it's really ridiculous. We need to, like, start a whole other school that is, like, abuse-free Baptist teaching or something, or like abuse-free colleges for pastors that want to preach or something. Like, this is just like, it's really insane. All right, this one it's a huge comment. I don't know if they're saying, let me just check real quick. So I went to blah 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 dee 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 da 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 dee da do da da. I guess I will mention this church in the thing, but I can't tell if they're a victim of something within that church or they're just saying that pastor is, like, he went to Hiles. So I'll just say maybe Bix, Hiles, Anderson Associated. That could be a whole nother list. And, like, a disgusting family tree of, like, where are all the branches? Like, where has Hiles Anderson put their little tentacles? You know? I don't know where he went branches to tentacles, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, trees, too good for them. They're more like a slimy octopus. Where did they put all their tentacles in, and how many churches are affected because of their teachings? Like, eeh. Okay. This is a big comment, not mentioning church. This has a church, Riverside Baptist Church, Hutchinson, Kansas. Paste and check this. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. And sorry, reading the comment. Which, by the way, you can, like, look this up. Like I said, it's April 3rd, 2025 post. And we just say, like, hey, mention your abuse place and state. Old Country Baptist Church, Mexico. What's MO? Mexico, MO. Missouri. Mexico, Missouri, is that a place? I did not know that. Okay, Hutchinson. Oh, gotta go next. Ah, okay. Old Country. Did I forget to copy this? Oh. Nope, get out of there. Okay, get rid of the victim's name. And then you can claim your fame for whoever's church is, like, if you know that your church is listed here, definitely, like, feel free to comment and let us know that, like, that was, you know, one of your places of abuse, because we want you to have a voice, and I don't want to take anyone's voice by, like, not saying your name. It's just, that's, you know, that's for you to do. Just because it's in a different form, like, you know, you were comfortable putting it on a post, but are you comfortable to be on this video? I don't know. I didn't get to ask every single person because there's a lot. All right, so this next church is Emmanuel Baptist Church, South Haven, Valparaiso, Indiana. In all caps. Valparaiso. Or something. That's hard to say. They have a huge comment. So I'm going to put in here, look at comment. like just to read later about like the deets, because looks like he's got quite a story. He or she. Not mentioning. Okay. Crystal River Baptist Church. And they said family member. I guess, I wish they would have said like a state or a town, because it could be anywhere. You know, like there's so many churches with the same exact name. All right, this one has the state and the name, which is Victory Baptist Church, Warsaw, Virginia. Okay, next, Hopewell Baptist Church, the youth pastor. Ugh, that sucks. You know, and that's like sad. Like, I feel like and I know like a lot of our friends in our circles like really hate our youth pastor and our head pastor now from Grace. Like they can't stand him because of everything that happened and all the abuse. But like I had a soft spot for my youth pastor. I mean, not now, obviously it's like ruined, but I just know growing up, like, especially if you have like dad issues and stuff, the pastors became like a father figure that you got really attached to and that you trusted and you like loved them because you spent so much time with them. And that I think hurts. I mean, that's just one of those things that like really hurts, is like you have like a good like parental figure basically, and then they like ruin it and create even more trust issues. And it's just another form of like grief and heartbreak that you're really not prepared to handle and go through. And sometimes you just need someone to like help you walk through that, like all the emotional issues that come with abuse in a church. It's just something else that, you know, maybe not a lot of people are thinking about. Oh shoot, my kid's calling, I gotta pause it. Hopefully I can, let me test it. Okay, hello everyone, I'm back. So sorry I had to just stop the recording yesterday, and my daughter called me, and then I had just a bunch of stuff I had to do, and it was like getting late at night. So I was like, well, I'll wrap it up and start again today. So I'm just doing a test real quick, making sure the sound is correct. But yes, the background will be different because life is different and I changed. So it's a new day. Yeah, let me just check the sound real quick and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so we are back. I'm going to try to make a smooth transition, but I believe we left off on Hopewell Baptist Church as another church that was named with possible abuse, allegedly. And I will just say that to save my skin and our skin on the blind eye. So Hopewell Baptist Church, and then it says youth pastor. I'm not mentioning a name though. Bible Baptist Church, and then it says in parentheses Dakota Baptist Church, Minot, North Dakota. And then it says he is currently a pastor at Bismarck Bible Baptist Church in Bismarck, North Dakota. So I think they're just saying like something probably happened at Bible Baptist in Minot, and then he moved to this Bismarck church. So, I mean, that is good to know. Like, it would be cool to have like a whole nother list of like any possible perpetrators and then where did they go, because so many of our churches would send the pastors or teachers or bus drivers or whatever to other churches and like raise an offering and say that they were called by God to go to another church, and then it just starts the cycle all over again where someone else could get abused, and it's really sad and scary. And that's kind of why we really need a master list. And like I said before, if anyone knows of like the master list, if someone's compiled it already, if it's like, you know, obviously we want like a factual, like good database or a good list that we can reference. Okay, and then Lighthouse Baptist Church, Flint, Michigan. She's kind of specific here on the person. Don't know if he's still there or not. Okay, so Lighthouse Baptist Church in Flint, Michigan. That's close by. This person mentions a name, multiple others involved. New Salem Baptist Church, Marble Hill, Missouri. Marble Hill, Missouri. I feel like we saw Salem Baptist Church before in the list. I could be wrong, but yeah, there could be multiple victims from there. So let's see, this says Yakima, I don't know what language that is, but it says Yakima Bible Baptist Church in Yakima, Washington. Yeah. Okay, so this says a name, was in charge of the childhood, and the abuse was a person in the church. After he served prison sentence, he was right back in the church and in our house. Her parents are still friends with him. Oh my gosh. Okay. know I said I wasn't going to read these comments, but girl, yikes, that one needs to be addressed for sure. Yikes. That was the Yakima Bible, I'm probably murdering that name, I'm so sorry, Bible Baptist Church in Washington. That's so disgusting that, like, after they serve a prison sentence, they go back to the church like, you're forgiven, you're healed, come be with our children and come in our house. Oh my gosh. I was blamed. Oh, sorry. I'm just looking for the church name. I'm so sorry. I don't want to read these out loud. Like, you all can make your own video and tell your own story the way you want to tell it, so I don't, like, wreck it for you. I definitely am not here to do that. Okay, they're mentioning names. So Augusta, Georgia, but only backup pastor. Okay, they do not name a church, so I guess I have to skip that one. Oh shoot, when I copied these, they like broke it up. Okay. Shoot, I need to go look at the comments. Please hold, because crap. Let me just please hold. I'll try to cut this part. Because when I copied some of it over, it blended it all together in these like little checkmark boxes or whatever, and made it look like I don't know which one went with what, so I don't want to name like the wrong church for the person. Okay, gotta scroll all the way down to like the end. We are almost done. Sadly, it would probably take in like 5 more minutes. When I got off last night, I didn't realize I was like so close to being done. Okay. Okay, so we did so the one was talking about abuse in Georgia, but did not name a church. So the next one would be Landmark Baptist Church, Grand Junction, Colorado. Next, these are just nice comments, support, which is very sweet. Thank you everyone who did comment and like just came here to say, you know, we support you and believe you and all that. Like, it is super encouraging. And it's just good to know that other people are reading it as well, even if they're not the victims. It's good that everyone can know about it. Okay, so, oh, this sounds like a hard one to say. Shenandoah, or Shenandoah, it's Shenandoah, Haven Academy, part of the Shenandoah, I'm sorry, I'm writing these names, Baptist Church, Cleveland, Tennessee. And I am sorry for all the victims. I know, like, I'm a silly person, and, like, I, you know, joke around and stuff like that and make fun of myself for not reading well, but I do take it very seriously, and I know that this is a huge problem, so I don't want you to think, like, I'm taking this very lightly. It's just, like, I'm an awkward reader out loud. Okay, so Fairhaven Baptist Church, Chesterton, Indiana. I wonder if that's the same Fairhaven that Ruthie went to. We'll have to ask Ruthie. Is that your same church? Was it Chesterton, Indiana? Because I'm pretty sure it was Indiana. Fourth Baptist Church located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, back in the 80s and into the 90s. Oh, that's sad. So Fourth Baptist Church in Minneapolis, Minnesota. IFB Millersburg, Michigan, Pastor Stott. Oh, I won't say the name. I forget what I'm reading. IFB Roger City, Michigan. Oh, I know that name. Oh, and then Landmark. But, oh, I know all these names. Oh. The last two are friends of Jenkins and Hiles. We can name them. I went to Jenkins Baptist Academy, and my brother went to Hiles. I stand with you. Oh, my goodness. This is, did I get this one? Yes, okay. Okay, wow. It's like, see, like, it's just so crazy. And I'm sure a lot of you, like, when I'm mentioning a name or a like church or whatever, you're probably like, oh my gosh, I went to that church. And like, oh no, you know, it's like, it's wild. Okay, so Camp Tracy, Glen, St. Mary, Florida. and I can't say the name. Emma, I'm sorry. That's just, they're just making a comment, not saying a name for like the church abuse or anything. Okay. Bible Baptist Church in Charlevoix, Michigan. And someone said, yep, the same. So there's multiple people for Bible Baptist Church in Charlevoix, Michigan. Lighthouse Baptist Church in La Salle, Illinois, maybe? La Salle, I'd probably have to look that up. And that, so Old Mount Pisgah Baptist on Smith Mountain Road, Rockwood, Tennessee. Old Mount Pisgah. It's like Pisgah. Sorry. But that was the last one. So we did it. We got through the whole list. That is like the saddest list ever because there's a lot. So I will try to take some time to, like kind of compile them, make it neater, like make a list of the churches, the locations that they gave me. Some of them weren't very clear. Some of them were like partial, like just the name, but not like the state or the town, which does matter because there's like a lot of Grace Baptists. There's a lot of Heil stuff. There's a lot of like Baptist churches that have like the same name. So I don't want to like accuse any churches that's like the wrong one. So town and state is very helpful. Like you don't have to give the full blown address or anything, but I mean it does help because then we can actually know like, okay, where's this abuse happening? Are there any good churches left in the world? Like what can we do? Like how do we fix this? How do we change it? Because it's like it's just tricky, and it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of talking and a lot of like looking into this stuff and making sure that other people know about it and can help their children and help their spouses out of really bad situations. Because like I know in my generation, like my mom had no idea what was really going on, and she did try to ask. I was one of the lucky ones where like I felt like my mom really did care and she did want to know. I was just like a bitter queen as a teenager and like thought she was the enemy. So I do want to clarify because like a lot of us are talking about how the church didn't protect us and our parents don't believe us, and like my situation was a little bit different. I was just very coached by my perpetrator, and he was very good at like keeping me scared to death. So I felt like I couldn't tell. I didn't tell until I was like a full grown adult and, finally talking to a counselor and kind of like a victim's advocate type thing, but it was called RAVE, and it was a relief after a violent encounter was like the name. And it was really cool. It's just that it didn't get me to where I should have gone like right away. I should have been able to go to the police and do all this, but I did like almost like the simpler way of just getting like a restraining order kind of thing, like a PPO, personal protection order. I got that instead of filing like, well, I think I did file a true police report. I don't know. I think like, I don't know. It just didn't go as far as it did in 2019 when I was like, a decade later. But I mean, it all happened the way it probably should have and when it should have, when I could handle it. And I don't know like what it really would have changed a whole lot. I mean, it gave him like 15 years free, after committing a crime. So I guess he can be thankful for that. Let his kids get old. But yeah, I don't know. It's just sometimes, like it's hard to blanket statement everyone's situation because I guarantee all these, however many churches, 200 people's comments, everyone's going to have a slightly different story. Everyone's going to have some pastors that were really nice and helpful, some pastors that were horrible, and parents that were terrible, or some parents that were really supportive and sweet and like helped them through, the trauma right away and didn't like brush it off and stuff. So I know everybody's story is different. So I definitely encourage you, make your own video of your story and share it with us. And if you don't want it like public, you could just share it to our messenger and, just let us see it and encourage you. And then, but if you want it, publicly, then you can share it on our like second page that has more like, people can publicly post what they want and it's like less restrictive, I guess. Cause then we just like, okay, it's coming from that person's mouth. We're not posting it for you and like misstating anything and stuff like that. So anyways, hopefully this video works out. I know it was really long, and hopefully my editing software on the computer, it works good. I usually don't record this way, but we'll see how it goes. All right, thanks for being here if you made it till the end, and I hope you all have a great day and a safe winter. It's like really, really cold everywhere right now. Today is the 24th, January 24th. So Hopefully I will get this uploaded soon. But everybody stay warm out there, stay safe, and good luck. Bye.